Hi, welcome to our blog. Today we are here in the physics laboratory and you will join us while we're doing an activity.
Key activity consisted in first going to the physics laboratory and fabricating a homemade pendulum, which consisted of a huge piece of metal like this, and then a slope from which we hung the pendulum itself, which was a little piece of metal. We made it go from one way to the other, and with the sensor we tracked the movement that it did, and we also connected that sensor to a calculator that made a graph out of that movement, and that gave us a set of data that we could use later to do that same table in GeoGebra, get a new graph, and then be able to get a function out of it, and then also make a function ourselves, and so that we could compare both of them, the one made by GeoGebra and the one that we made, and see their differences and what we can make to be a better graph and to make a better function that reflects in a better way the movement of that pendulum that we made initially.
We are a team, so everyone was in charge of something. If a part was missing, the activity couldn't be completed.
I think my team contribution was very important, because if I hadn't done what I did, which was basically contributing to the experimentation and also completing the questions and the tables in the presentation, we wouldn't have been able to complete the template completely and in its entirety, and we would have gotten a better grade.
Individual collaboration was important because everyone did what they had to do, and we ended up with a finished and complete work that had a piece of each one of us.
We agreed to have patience and a good attitude during teamwork because we sometimes get mad, and I think we all contributed to complete these strategies.
Contribution and collaboration between each other, communication, active communication, and also critical thinking to solve the problems that we were presented with.
We divided the work, we divided to conquer, and everyone chose what they wanted to do, so everyone feel great about doing a piece of the activity. So yeah, that's what we did.
I always listen to my teammates' ideas because I think we are not good enough at mathematics, and that's why we always listen to each other.
I think when someone that wasn't myself contributed an idea, we all thought about what it was and how good it was and compared it to the ideas of the rest of the teammates, and we got to a consensus in which we decided which was the best thing to do and the best way to proceed.
Really, we get along very well, so it wasn't a problem when someone wanted to share an idea with the rest of the group. So the rest of the group listened and gave their opinions, their feedback, or something like that.
I was in charge of carrying out the process in the physics laboratory. I connected the sensor to the calculator and began to move the pendulums until we got the correct curve. Also, I was in charge of the video and editing it and all that stuff. The team goal was to complete the activity and learn something new about it, and I think the goal was correctly achieved.
What did I do to contribute to the team goal? I think it was mainly to help the team in every way I could with assistance.
I did the GeoGebra, the data from the graphs and the table, and the functions of the activity.
What we like most about this activity is the fact that it was something new. It wasn't the typical activity where you need to solve some exercises and explain them. So yeah, It was something new, fun, and useful. We learned how to use the calculator and all the process that it entails.